Welcome back to the channel Wisdom of Stoicism. Have you ever felt like someone in your life wasn't really on your side? Maybe it's a friend, a coworker, or even a family member. On the surface, they seem supportive. They smile, they nod, they even offer advice. But deep down, you feel something isn't right. Their words cut a little too deep. Their actions seem to push you back instead of lifting you up. And sometimes, it feels like they're quietly rooting for you to fail. The hard truth is this: some people don't want to see you succeed. Some people, whether out of jealousy, insecurity, or pure negativity, are working silently to bring you down. The problem? They don't always show it openly. They disguise their intentions with fake concern, backhanded compliments, or just being honest statements that chip away at your confidence. But here's the good news. The ancient Stoic philosophers, like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, left us timeless wisdom that helps us see through these masks. Stoicism teaches us to observe calmly, think deeply, and protect our peace. It teaches us to spot the people who are secretly trying to destroy us, and how to respond with strength and dignity. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 powerful signs that someone in your life may be working against you. We'll explore how these behaviors show up in real life, why they're so dangerous, and how you can use Stoic principles to protect yourself and rise above the negativity. This isn't about revenge. It's about awareness. It's about strength. It's about guarding your mind and your emotions, so no one can control or destroy you from the inside out. So, if you've ever wondered why some relationships feel heavy, why certain people seem to drain your energy, or why your success sometimes feels like a threat to others, this video is for you. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot these hidden enemies and how to walk the Stoic path with confidence, calm, and control. Let's get started. Sign 1. They subtly undermine your confidence. Have you ever shared a big goal with someone, maybe something you're really passionate about, only to have them respond with something like, "Are you sure you can pull that off?" Or, "That sounds a little too big for you?" It may seem like innocent advice, but these comments often come from a place of doubt and can slowly chip away at your self-esteem. This is one of the first signs that someone might not want the best for you. Instead of encouraging you, they subtly undermine your confidence. First, you might brush it off. Maybe they didn't mean anything by it. After all, people give advice all the time, right? But when you look back at the conversation, you realize that it's not the first time they've planted a seed of doubt. Maybe they've made other comments like, "It's probably too much work for you," or, "I'm not sure you're cut out for that." These aren't helpful suggestions. They're tactics to make you question yourself. This kind of behavior is incredibly dangerous, especially when it comes from people you trust. When someone undermines your confidence, it creates cracks in your belief system. You start to second-guess your abilities, your worth, and your goals. This can lead to hesitation, fear, and eventually self-doubt. If you hear it often enough, you might even start believing that maybe you're not capable of achieving your dreams. Now, let's bring in Stoic philosophy to help us handle this. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This means that the thoughts you allow to influence you shape the person you become. So, when someone constantly plants doubt in your mind, they are coloring your soul with negativity. And it's up to you whether you let it stain you or not. The key here is recognizing that you don't have to accept other people's doubts as truth. Their opinions are just that, opinions, and opinions can be wrong. Stoics like Epictetus believed that we should focus on what we can control. You can't control other people's negativity, but you can control how you respond to it. When you start to notice these subtle attacks on your confidence, take a step back and evaluate the intent behind the words. Is the person really concerned about you, or are they trying to hold you back in some way? Often, those who want to see you fail will disguise their criticism as helpful advice. But the true purpose is to weaken your resolve. So how should you respond? First, recognize these comments for what they are: small seeds of doubt meant to discourage you. Don't let them take root. Responding with clarity and confidence can shut them down quickly. If someone says, "Are you sure you can handle that?" You can say, I believe I can, and I'm going to give it my best shot. You don't need to justify your dreams to anyone. Their doubts don't have to become your doubts. And here's a simple but powerful Stoic practice. Guard your thoughts. Be mindful of the thoughts you allow to linger in your mind. If you catch yourself thinking, maybe they're right, maybe I'm not good enough, quickly replace that thought with, I'm capable, and I'll keep pushing forward. It's about mental discipline and staying true to your goals, even when others don't believe in them. Remember, your confidence is yours to protect. Don't let anyone steal it with their subtle, undermining words. Recognize the signs, trust in your own abilities, and keep moving forward, no matter what. Sign 2. They exploit your weaknesses. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to know exactly where you're vulnerable? It's like they've studied you, waiting for that moment when you let your guard down. And when you do, they pounce. It might be subtle at first, an innocent joke here, a teasing comment there. But deep down, you can feel it. They're using your weaknesses to their advantage. Let's paint a picture. Think about that person in your life who knows you're struggling with your finances. Maybe you've told them in a moment of honesty about a recent setback or how hard it's been to make ends meet. Now, suddenly, they're always pushing you to spend money on things you don't need. They might say, it's just a few bucks. Live a little. But in reality, they know that spending that money might push you deeper into debt. And that's exactly what they want. It's a way to keep you in a cycle of insecurity, to maintain control over you without you even realizing it. Or maybe it's the person who knows you've been working hard to lose weight or get in shape. Instead of supporting you, they casually offer junk food, subtly hinting that one cheat meal won't hurt. They act like it's no big deal, but deep down, they know that breaking your resolve will make it easier for them to see you fall short of your goals. They're not interested in your success. They're interested in seeing you struggle, because your downfall somehow makes them feel better about themselves. This isn't just about small manipulations. It's about how they intentionally prey on your vulnerabilities to keep you off balance. And the more they exploit these weaknesses, the more they try to make you feel small, inferior, or even ashamed. Now, the Stoics had a very clear perspective on this kind of behavior. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, taught that we should always focus on what's within our control. He said, "We are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens." In other words, when someone tries to take advantage of your weaknesses, it's your thoughts and reactions that you need to manage, not their actions. You can't control their behavior, but you can control how you respond to it. The key is to strengthen your inner self. When you recognize that someone is exploiting your weaknesses, don't let it affect your peace of mind. Instead of falling into their trap, take a step back and assess the situation. What are they trying to get from you? Are they trying to drag you into a cycle of self-doubt or failure? Are they encouraging bad habits that are ultimately hurting you? If so, it's time to shift your mindset and see through their intentions. You might not be able to change their behavior, but you can strengthen yourself so that their attempts to control or manipulate you have no power over you. If they want to see you fail, don't give them the satisfaction. Instead, use their negativity as fuel for your growth. How to respond. So, how do you respond when someone is actively trying to exploit your weaknesses? First, you need to recognize the pattern. Pay attention to how they always seem to push your buttons at the right moment. This isn't a coincidence. It's a strategy. Once you realize what they're doing, you can stop them in their tracks. Next, strengthen your defenses. Focus on your self-improvement, whether it's financial discipline, emotional strength, or personal goals. The stronger you get in these areas, the less power they have over you. And finally, set boundaries. Let them know, in no uncertain terms, that you won't tolerate this kind of manipulation. It's not about confrontation. It's about protecting your peace and growth. When you stand firm in your own strength, their attempts to exploit you will have no effect. And as the Stoics would say, you'll rise above the petty tactics of those who seek to drag you down. Sign 3. They disguise criticism as honesty. Have you ever had someone in your life who always says, "I'm just being honest," right before they drop a hurtful comment or criticize you? It's almost like they're giving you some kind of truth, But if you're honest with yourself, you know deep down that their words feel more like a personal attack than constructive feedback. It's like they found a clever way to disguise their criticism as some form of honesty. And the worst part? You start to second-guess yourself, wondering if maybe they're right, even though something doesn't feel quite right about the situation. Here's the thing. Honesty is supposed to help, not hurt. A true, honest person gives feedback in a way that uplifts you, that encourages growth and change in a positive direction. But someone who is disguising criticism as honesty, their goal isn't to help you. They want to put you down, weaken your confidence, and make you question your worth. The Stoics had a lot to say about honesty. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, believed that we should always strive to be honest with ourselves first and foremost. He said, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth." This is the true spirit of honesty. It's about understanding what is right and wrong, seeking growth, and being open to improvement. But what happens when someone uses honesty to tear you down, rather than build you up? That's not the honesty the Stoics talk about. Let's break it down. Imagine you're excited about a project or a goal you've set for yourself. You share your excitement with a friend or coworker, and instead of encouraging you, they say something like, "I don't know if you can really pull that off. Maybe you should try something simpler." It might sound like they're just trying to be honest, right? But in reality, they're planting seeds of doubt in your mind. They're not offering helpful advice, they're limiting you. The problem is that these comments can be sneaky. At first, they sound like genuine concern or honesty. But over time, they chip away at your self-confidence. If you start believing that these comments are truths, then you start questioning your abilities, even when deep down you know you have what it takes to succeed. So how do you deal with this? The first step is recognizing the pattern. If someone constantly tells you that you're not good enough or that you can't do something without offering any real advice or support, it's a red flag. Genuine honesty doesn't aim to make you feel bad. It aims to guide you toward improvement in a positive way. The next step is asking yourself, is this helpful? When someone criticizes you, take a moment to think. Are they offering constructive feedback? Or are they just trying to make you feel small? If it's the latter, it's time to shut it down. You don't need to accept criticism that doesn't serve your growth. Finally, set boundaries. You can be kind but firm when someone tries to honestly criticize you in a way that feels hurtful. Let them know that you appreciate constructive feedback, but that their negativity isn't welcome. Remember, you don't have to tolerate toxic honesty disguised as advice. The Stoic approach is about staying grounded in your own truth and not letting anyone else distort it. You don't need the approval of others to succeed or grow. As long as you're striving to be the best version of yourself, no one's criticism can truly derail you. Stay strong, stay wise, and always remember, true honesty empowers, it doesn't hurt. If you've experienced someone disguising their criticism as honesty, drop a comment below and share how you handled it. Let's talk about how we can all deal with toxic honesty and protect our peace. Sign 4. They sabotage your relationships. Have you ever noticed someone in your life who seems to thrive when there's tension or conflict between you and others? Maybe they subtly stir things up between you and your friends, coworkers, or even family members. Could be small comments or actions, but over time, they start to create distance between you and the people who matter. This is a clear sign that you're dealing with someone who may be actively trying to sabotage your relationships. Think about it. You're having a good conversation with a close friend, and suddenly, they bring up something personal about you that you've shared in confidence. Or maybe they casually drop a comment to a family member, turning something you said into a point of criticism. The more you observe, the more you realize that these subtle jabs aren't accidental, they're intentional. What makes this so damaging is that the person doing this may not even seem like the villain. They'll play the part of the concerned friend or the truth teller, but the reality is they're quietly setting the stage for division. Instead of helping you strengthen your connections with others, they're working behind the scenes to weaken them. Now, you might wonder, why would someone do this? Why would someone want to destroy your relationships, especially with the people who matter most to you? The answer often lies in insecurity and jealousy. These individuals may feel threatened by your happiness, your success, or the positive connections you have with others. Seeing you bond with someone can trigger their own feelings of inadequacy, making them feel like they're losing control. So, they try to get in between you and the people who support you, causing misunderstandings and tension. But here's the thing, the Stoics knew this was going to happen. They understood that in life, not everyone around you would have your best interests at heart. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, reminded us to expect hostility from others but to always remain calm and composed. He said, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth." When you understand that people will try to manipulate situations to their advantage, it becomes easier to recognize their tactics early. The key is to stay grounded in your own values and not let the drama affect your inner peace. The Stoics taught that you should always be aware of the intentions of those around you, but never let them pull you into chaos. So, how do you deal with someone who's sabotaging your relationships? First, stay calm. Don't react impulsively. The goal isn't to fight fire with fire, but to rise above it. If someone is spreading rumors or causing division, take a step back and assess the situation. Are they trying to get a reaction from you? Are they trying to make you look bad in front of others? Once you recognize the pattern, it's easier to detach emotionally and stay true to yourself. Next, strengthen the bonds you already have. Reach out to the people who matter most to you. Have open, honest conversations. If someone is whispering lies, the truth will always stand stronger. Don't let their attempts tear apart the relationships you've built over time. Stay aligned with people who bring positivity into your life, and set boundaries with those who bring negativity. Finally, the Stoics remind us that we can't control the actions of others, but we can control how we respond. Don't let someone's attempts to destroy your relationships define you. Stay calm, stay wise, and remember that the best way to handle such a person is with silence, grace, and strength. Sign 5. They celebrate your failures. We've all been there, right? You've been working hard, doing your best, and then something goes wrong. Maybe a project at work falls apart, or a personal goal slips out of reach. We all have our moments of failure, but the way people around us react to those moments can say a lot. And if you've ever had someone in your life who, when you fail, acts like they've won the lottery, well, you might be dealing with someone who secretly wants to destroy you. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you're struggling with something. Maybe you didn't get the promotion you've been working for, or perhaps a relationship you invested in comes to an end. It's tough, right? You feel vulnerable, maybe even embarrassed. But then, instead of offering support, encouragement, or even silence, there's someone in your life who seems almost relieved. They look at your failure and smile a little too much, or they're the first one to bring it up in a conversation. It's like they're celebrating your downfall. And this isn't just one time, it's a pattern. Now, why would someone act like this? Is it because they're a bad person? Not necessarily. But there's a deeper issue here, and that's envy. When someone is secretly wishing for your failure, they're operating from a place of insecurity and jealousy. They don't want to see you succeed because your success highlights their own shortcomings. They might not even realize it, but deep down, they feel better when you're down. Here's where Stoic philosophy comes in. Seneca, a great Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." In other words, people who are constantly craving more success, more attention, more validation, are actually the ones who are the most impoverished. They're stuck in a cycle of comparison, always measuring their worth against yours. And when they see you fail, it gives them a brief sense of relief, as if they're somehow winning. But the truth is, their joy in your failure is a reflection of their own inner emptiness. This is one of the most dangerous signs because it shows just how toxic and manipulative someone can be. They're not just ignoring your success, they're actively hoping for your failure because it makes them feel better about themselves. And the worst part? They might even try to remind you of your failures, subtly or overtly. They might say things like, "I told you that wasn't going to work out," or "Maybe you should stick to what you're good at." They might act like they're trying to help, but deep down, their words are designed to bring you down, not lift you up. So, how do you handle this? First, realize that their behavior says more about them than it does about you. People who secretly celebrate your failures are often insecure, and that's why they feel the need to tear you down. Don't take their reactions personally. Remember, you can't control how they feel, but you can control how you respond. Second, use this as an opportunity to show resilience. Stoicism teaches us that failure is not the end. It's part of the journey. Every time you fail, you learn something new. And the more you rise above their negativity, the stronger you become. Keep going after your goals, keep striving, and don't let anyone's joy in your downfall shake your confidence. And lastly, distance yourself from people who only celebrate your failures. Life is too short to spend time with people who bring you down. Surround yourself with those who lift you up, who celebrate your victories and help you rise when you fall. True friends and allies are the ones who want to see you succeed, no matter what. So, when you spot someone celebrating your failures, don't let their negativity poison your mind. Stay focused, stay strong, and let your actions be the loudest response. Because at the end of the day, your success, no matter how big or small, is the best form of revenge against those who secretly wish for your downfall. So, there you have it, the 5 signs that someone might be trying to destroy you, and how you can use Stoic wisdom to protect yourself. Remember, recognizing these signs isn't about living in fear, but about gaining control of your own peace and happiness. The Stoics believed that the most powerful thing you can do is control your own reactions. If someone is trying to undermine you, it's not about getting revenge. It's about staying calm, staying focused, and not letting their negativity affect your journey. Take a moment to reflect. Are there people in your life who fit these signs? If so, how can you protect your energy and keep moving forward with strength and confidence? The Stoics remind us that we can't always control what others do, but we can control how we respond. And by using these strategies, you'll be better equipped to navigate any challenges that come your way. If you found this video helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might need this wisdom. Could make all the difference for them. And if you're ready for more Stoic insights to help you level up your life, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on valuable lessons. We'd love to hear from you. Comment below with your thoughts. Have you ever encountered someone trying to destroy you? How did you handle it? Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching. Stay strong, stay wise, and as always, take control of your life. I'll see you in the next video.